So, this is my old job. Don't worry, honey. I just sat here. I just decided to park here for a little bit because I knew it would be peaceful with not too many people walking by trying to gang stalk. Because I used to be gang stalked here at this 751 Northeast Columbia Boulevard FedEx, right behind the hotel that used to be run down with drugs. It still is, but they just remodeled it just a tad. And then the strip club called Desire is like right over in that direction over there. Right behind that building, there's a strip club. So you know what some of the guys probably do, or ladies too, on their breaks, on their lunch breaks, if they got a chance to, before they go home, I should say. But the security, she's waiting. Oh, she moved, so she's gonna come back through here. They turned the lights on now, so it was darker, but I guess the later lights came on. They used to gang stalk me heavily out here. That's part of the reason why I left, because they see, you heard that horn? I don't know if y'all did. But then it got so bad to the point where Tyler, one of the lead supervisors at night, they used to tell us all of a sudden, say, oh, we got too many people here, and send us home after we've been there for 30 minutes. Or once we get started after an hour, they'll be like, well, guys, we got too many people. We're going to have to start doing cuts. Here, I'll show you where I worked, where I used to work. They told me I'm still rehirable, but I just quit. They told me to resign and come back because I had missed one of my shifts when I was real sick for 2 weeks. And then in May, they asked me to resign. I had to do that once before for a different reason, though. Is this job. They were gang stalking me, following me around at one point, too. But they stopped doing it like they were because I stopped working there. But when I was working there, they were everywhere I was at. And now that I'm not working here, and they just the same way how the sirens stopped and slowed down, and when people going by me, like the ambulance, they might still be around a lot, but they stopped blaring it excuse me, I wish I recorded it tonight, because one went by me. He didn't have his siren lights on. His sirens on. He just had the lights on. They've been being very careful lately, because I've been having documentation showing all the different times. Well, not all of them, but a lot of different times when they were doing that. And someone was riding in the car with me, and they noticed it too, because I brought it to their attention. They was like, you know what? There got to be some to it, because every time you come on the street, there they go. And that's the Broadway Street in Portland by the Safeway, where the fire truck keeps coming out. Every single time we came there, I had started laughing because it just having somebody else witness it was crazy. But anyways, the real reason why I made this video is because all of a sudden when I parked here, after me seeing 777 again, which I thought was pretty cool because I've been seeing that a lot lately. I'll try not to get the full license plate number, but yeah, that was a thing. So I just wanted people to be careful. Most people aren't going to heed this message, but I just thought I was guided to say this. Well, let me put the camera down because I ain't trying to get their faces in there. And plus, something happened. One of the people who I know for sure was gang stalking me, he quit after I left. And he told me about it around the time when he was staying where I was. He was down here stalking me, basically, telling me about it, texting me, saying, I bet you felt my presence around you, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I did. Some stuff came up in readings about him, but I didn't know he was, like, really taking time to come all the way from Clackamas to be around my area where I lived at. So I knew that white boy was crazy. That white man was crazy. But, and then it's like he was stalking me to the point where he knew I said I wouldn't make a video I had made until after all of us had quit. I said majority of the people I spoke about on a recording I made like last year I would be gone, and I am now, but I still never posted it. About some of the things that happened in here when they were gang stalking me. It was pretty much borderline like harassment. And that guy right there with the hat on, he was one of the guys that was gang stalking the heck out of me too. He was very rude, had a nasty attitude. I know that it was an evil spirit type thing though. And one time when I figured something out, he didn't want to look me in the eye. He kept walking. Every time I was walking to the supervisor to go ask a question that people were sending me to go ask, he would make sure he get away from me. So that's why he turned his back this way. And that's perfectly fine, because I'm pretty sure he knows what's going on. But part of the reason why what's going to happen is because of the gang stalking and the other underhanded things that they do to people here, even stuff they've done to a Caucasian woman, and that Caucasian woman started to try to have a problem with me after she left here. But anyways, and there's a cowboy dude in there too. And anyways, I set their names, some of their names on there, just their first names though. But anyways, I had a dream that there's these methane pipes in there that have that are next to the trailer doors, and I don't know if something happened with those. I can't remember in the dream. I have to go back. I had written it down in my binder, so it's in my notebook. I'll have to go get that so I can read what did I say, because I put it in the storage so I could go get it. But anyways, so it ended up with 5 to 7 people have it ending up in body burn bags. I don't know if that's going to be the exact number. That might not happen at this exact location, because this stuff was like, I've been being shown stuff like that since before 2022, but it's like uncovering stories of people who passed on deaths and what really happened to them, and how certain organizations came about, how they got the money to become bigger companies, like for instance Portland Rescue Mission, and some other guy that was working at Kennedy Restorations, how he started his company called JR something, cleaning or solutions or something like that, but he's here in Portland. But yeah, it's like, and it's kind of crazy, because I wonder if those people were in my energy. That's why all of a sudden visions were being shown to me about what was going on with them. And I was like, really? Even people old bosses I used to work with, like David Hughes from Wells Fargo, when I was working at the bank. But yeah, so just be careful, guys, because basically the dream was showing that there was 5 to 7 people ended up in body burn bags. They were like, see, you heard that horn? They were orange, like a burnt orange, almost close to like a red was mixed in with the orange to make it a certain color. Anyways, the color don't matter. They were bags for, I guess maybe they had severe burns where they may have been like a regular body bag, or unless that's just a normal firefighter's bag. But the firefighters, it was in the daytime, but it could happen at night. So that's how dreams are sometimes. Sometimes there's some few discrepancies, but you can get the gist of what's being said. So I'm just trying to warn you about anything, like if somebody happened to come across this, if you can find another job before this, it might even happen next year, in 2025. So you, not to try to alarm you or any stuff like that, like some of these people go back there, they'll smoke weed and then go back in, but that's okay, because the people say it's okay if you smoke weed as long as you're not a driver, so it's not like they're going to get in trouble, so no worries. But some of those people that be doing drugs, like they do other drugs besides weed here. And that's why some of these people have some of the behavior traits that they have that are pretty poor, and they have these like cliques. They have that at all jobs pretty much, that, but not bad like it is here, like in a few other places. But yeah, anyways, even the management had been said to have been disregarding people having like kidney infections and can't come to work. But they've getting a doctor's note and then still finding some other clever way to let them go. They don't really care. It's like we're just numbers. And then on top of it, they play games like sending people home 30 minutes to an hour into your shift, saying that there's too many people. And then when they start doing it too much, I just left because, one, I had to find a different daycare for my son. The hours here, I used to leave 30 minutes after my son's daycare closed. I didn't like the thought of that, because then that left him there with more attention from people I did not fully know, and I had some sort of issues with at times because of language barriers, and because of the language barriers some things could be misconstrued, and then they have an attitude, or because we're different culture and ethnicity, they treating us different. So it was all kind of stuff. So when I resigned, I didn't reapply. So I'm still rehireable, but I just chose not to. And a lady, Angel in there, told me that I was doing pretty good. And this lady, I think this is the security lady I used to see all the time, and she'll say I'm always dressed up so nice. And she used to love my smile and stuff like that. But Anyways, let me hurry up. So basically, there could be some accident that happens where the methane pipes or something, it might not be those exact methane pipes in the building. It could be a leak somewhere else, but it's like something exploded, you know, inside of the building. Sometimes they have these men in there that work on things, and they weld, and they have it like lined off with like maybe a fence, or they'll section it off the area where they're working. Be careful, because some sort of explosion happened. It felt so real. I was there, but it's like I came there after it happened, like after everybody was getting evacuated out of the building. There was smoke everywhere. They evacuated people, and look, that man coughed as I said it. There was smoke outside. The firefighters, they had to evacuate everybody out of the building, and while they were still evacuating people out of the building, they was bringing bodies out of the building. So just be very careful, and that's pretty much all this is. It's like kind of a warning. If it's up to you if you want to heed it or not. But I all of a sudden that dream came back to mind, and I had that dream at least 5 months ago, if not more, after leaving here. So let's see, I was not working here anymore. Back on May 8th was the day I resigned. Yes, and of this year, 2024, and I haven't been working at a regular job since then. Just being independent contractor. Oh yeah, that's her. If she saw me, that's probably why she didn't bother me, because she knows remember my car and see that as me and know that I'm not like a threat or anything. But yeah. That's it, guys. So I'll find the other videos. I got permission to post those videos later to show some of the little petty things, but it just wasn't important to me. But at this time, that dream was more important versus me telling like the petty things these people did. Like I could have freaking pushed the issue, sued for different things. This has happened at many different jobs I've had before. I used to run from stuff like that instead of dealing with it. So that's why I had like different experiences on my resume. But yeah, I mean, just be careful. It's pretty much a warning. You guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Just be forewarned that some sort of potential natural disaster could happen. And that's the thing. I was still trying to determine. I have to go back and look in my notebook to see, because after I woke up from that dream, I felt like I was actually there. It was scary. And I think that it could have been something that they did to recover monies from some sort of insurance claim, like how some people set their own house on fire so that they could recover some loss from other things. So yeah, it could have been that. I'm not trying to say that that's what it is, but I'm just saying that's kind of what I was picking up from what I remember. But that may not be the case either. Regardless of that, I was going to say either or. Just be careful, because these people really didn't care after that. They went back. I can't remember if they went back to business as usual. Like they was concerned about, they had to, because this is one of the hubs that houses people's. See, that's another thing. I'm glad I thought about that, because not only did they have to evacuate people, that might put a hold on some of the people's packages, because this is a hub at FedEx where, there's hundreds of thousands of packages that come through here. Just in 1 hour, I had loaded a trailer by myself with 640 something packages by myself. So just imagine everybody else that had 2 people that night loading packages. That's a lot. Sometimes we have 25K a night. Sometimes it can be as high as 75,000 packages or more, or 300K. I don't know if it gotten up to 500K or 300K yet since I've been working there, but it had to have been about that before. Maybe like 75K, I remember one time, but I can't remember for sure, so I'm not going to quote that. But yeah, just keep that in mind, because now that I think about it, it's a warning for the people who work here and for people who might be waiting to receive a package that may be being shipped via FedEx. So careful. Thanks.